Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Today we are going to talk about the differences in between the different Aeon skates. These skates right here. The USD Aeon skate is a skate that came out in 2016, and the main difference between the USD Aeon and every other aggressive skate on the market is that the USD Aeon has a unibody construction. What is that? Well, a unibody construction is when the frame and the shell, which is the boot, is all one piece. Basically, there's no screws holding the frame to the boot. It's just a one-piece construction. And what's the main advantage of this? The main advantage is usually you would have bolts right here, which would be fixing the frame to the boot. But because on these frame you don't need it, because it's a unibody construction, again, you already know, frame and boot all in one piece. Instead of that, they end up having two holes on the inside, and those holes are space for these wheels to go through. That will make the frame lower and will make you get closer to the ground. So when you're skating these, you are usually closer to the ground. For a lot of people, they say that it gives them more control. In my opinion, I like the feeling better because it feels like I'm closer to the ground. I guess that's it. Now, they do come in 3 different wheel sizes. They come in 72, which is these ones right here. They also come in 60 millimeters, which is these ones right here. And they come in 80 millimeters. I do not have any 80 millimeters, but these ones are the 80 millimeters. They just came out recently. Over here on this table, I have all the models that are available of the USD Aeon in 2018. Basically, these 4 models, these ones right here, they came out in the end of 2017, and this is a limited edition. They call it the 20 years special edition, and they made these ones for some of the skaters that skated for USD, and they were basically some legends that the brand had, like Rasha Johnson with the red skate, Albert Tui with the green one, Carlos Pianowski from Brazil with the black one, and Billy O'Neill from New York with the white one. These are the 4 models that we don't have here. But the main difference between these ones and the team skates is that the team skates come with a different liner. All the team skates come with a Skinny Boy liner. We have made a few reviews about the MyFit liners, and the Skinny Boy was one of the liners that we already spoke about a few times. So if you want to see any video about that liner, you can just go on the videos that we already made and check them out. Also, these ones that I just said, they come with my favorite liner for the Aeons, which is the second skin liner, which is a little bit slimmer, but on this model they even have laces on top. Now I'm going to stop talking about this and I'm going to talk about the main difference between the 60, the 72 and the 80. And the main differences in between these skates is obviously the wheel size. Obviously the 72 have bigger wheels than the 60s, and the 80s will have bigger wheels. But how will that affect the way that you skate? If you have the 60s, or if you have the 72s, you will see right here. 72s, the frame is going to be a little bit longer. It's also a little bit taller. Right here, you can see the frame on the 72 is a little bit taller. On the 80 millimeter skate, the frame is even going to be a little bit longer. Obviously, you'll have a smaller H block on the 72 than you have on the 60. How will that affect the way that you skate? What you should know is that when you have a taller frame like this and with a shorter H block, it's easier for you to get wheel bite, which means that it's easier for you to get stuck on a ledge or on a rail. There are some guys that will skate them just like nothing. Some guys like Nick Lomax will do like a frontside torque like most of us would never be able to do on the 60s, just because they are skilled. And probably Nick can even do frontside torques with these, which are 80s. Only very few people would be able to do it. But one thing is for sure, the bigger the wheels, the smoother the roll is going to be, right? That's a basic thing. If you have 480 millimeters, it's going to be easier for you to roll through everything. It's going to be easier to roll downstairs. It's just going to give you a better ride. But at the same time, if you want to try a topside trick, even if it's not an H block based trick, if you want to try any topside trick on the 80s is going to be a lot harder, because with a taller frame you're going to need to bend more, and then not everyone has that skill. The same if you're gonna do a Royale. If you're gonna do a Royale, let's see it here. If you're gonna do a Royale on a 60s, you see the boot will touch right here, but on the 72 you see that the angle is completely different. And if I would have an 80 here, I'm sure that the 80 would be something like that. The whole goal with this video is for you to understand that these skates are different, but they both have advantages. In conclusion, 80 millimeters compared to the 60s or 72s compared to the 60s. Bigger wheels, bigger wheelbase, smoother, better ride. 60 millimeters, obviously a better grind skate, a much easier grind skate. Still a really good roll because it's a flat setup, but you can't really compare it with a 72, or you can't even compare it with the 80 millimeters. And there's one other difference that I can't really show you here because I don't have the 80s, but on the 80 millimeters, for extra support, they come with a different system. They do not have this strap, but they do have a ratchet system, which is just like the 80 millimeters come with this type of system. Basically, instead of having just a strap that can get loose, it doesn't let you tighten the skate as much. On the 80 millimeters, you can just crank it up and make sure that it's super tight. So now you know about the Aeons. My main goal with this video was just to show you some of the differences in between these skates. If you have any doubts or if there's anything that you want to know about any of these skates, just let me know in the comments. Or if there's any other skate that you would like me to review or to show you something about, drop me a comment. If you like this video, do not forget to give me some thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me some thumbs down. And like I always say, more important than anything else, just don't forget why we all started skating, because it's fun. Cheers guys, and see you soon.